Good afternoon. I'm Joana Moreira da Silva, and I am representing Seanco. I want to talk to you about full-thickness wounds. This type of wounds represent 22 million cases per year, but the way that they are being treated is not effective, leading to the need of new advanced approach to promote wound closure. And full-thickness wounds include diabetic ulcers, pressure ulcers that can become chronic, burns, and melanomas. Let me tell you how the normal phases of wound healing develop. After the first bleeding, damaged vessels will be sealed and hemostasis will occur. After this, we will pass to the inflammation phase, and this is where the wound will be clean. And after, we will have the proliferation, and it's when fibroblasts will proliferate and they will secrete collagen, and this will be important for dermal regeneration. Keratinocytes that are present in the basal lamina will be important for reepithelialization and for tissue regrowth and to epithelialization of and the regeneration of the epidermis. And however, if the basal lamina does not recover, so if it's damaged, then we will not have keratinocytes to migrate to the wound site. And so this last phase is that this one is the remodeling, is the ending of the wound healing. So if keratinocytes are not migrating, wounds will not heal, because reepithelialization will not occur and skin will not regenerate. So what are the consequences of this? We will have an increased risk of infection, an increase in hospital stays, and an increase of its associated costs. So what do doctors need? They need a matrix that will allow the migrations of keratinocytes from the wound edges to the wound site, and these keratinocytes will promote reepithelialization and wound closure. So our product is Seanco. It's an epidermal substitute, it's biological, and it's permanent. Seanco membranes will be cut to the wound sites, and they will be applied by professionals. In severe cases, cells can be added to enhance the wound healing process. The collagen type 4 is present in basal lamina and is the only collagen to which keratinocytes will adhere and that will promote proliferation of keratinocytes. But current sources are co-cultures of fibroblasts and keratinocytes and placenta, which is not a very available source and it's very expensive. So we have found a new source for collagen type 4 that is marine origin type 4 that is 25 times less expensive than the current sources. So our product Seanco will promote keratinocyte adhesion and proliferation, leading to wound closure. It will reduce recovery time, it will reduce infection risk, it will reduce hospital stays, reducing the cost per treatment. Our competitors are not performing very well in closing this type of wounds, and they are very expensive. Seanco is resistant to handling, is permanent, it will not cause an immune response, and has a very competitive price. So how big is the need? Seanco can be used in 4 major applications that are the chronic wounds, diabetic and pressure ulcers, burn wounds, and melanomas. Seanco fits on the wound care management, having a total value of 9.1 billion euros, and our served market is of 3.4 billion euros. So let me tell you how we will enter the market. We will start to enter in markets where advanced wound care is already being used, and we will start by Europe due to shorter time to application due to lower regulatory restrictions. And then we will expand to United States. So let me tell you where Seanco is positioned. Seanco has expertise in tissue engineering. We will produce collagen membranes of marine origin. We will distribute them to hospitals through distributors as Nordipac, Abo, and Medicare Plus. And having always, although having distributors, we will always having direct contact with the hospitals, explaining how our product works and what are its advantages. And Nordipac already showed interest in representing our brand. So regarding funding, we have invested already money in the preliminary research and in prototyping of the product, and to finish the in vitro tests and in vivo testing, we have already funding committed to this, but then we will start to need funding for clinical trials, and we will start the clinical trials in the end of 2015, while we will still develop a new product, and we will upscale the membrane production. And then we will initiate the production and initiate sales in the end of 2017. So we envisage to achieve to 26 million euros of sales in 2023, with an accumulated cash flow of 27.7 million euros and having a payback of 8 years. So this is our team. We are composed of 3 researchers that have expertise in marine biology and in biomedical engineering and sciences. We are from 3B's research group that have 30 patents and a lot of papers and very important collaborations and partnerships with marine valorization institutions and tissue engineering institutions. And we have our MBA and our 2 mentors, that is Antonio Maia Miranda and Rui Patricio. And from the sea to your skin thin coal will promote faster and perfect closing of full thickness wounds. Thank you very much for your attention.